Hey, what's going on everyone? Jaime here from Massive, and today I'm going to be doing a full review of this guitar, which is an Epiphone Les Paul. I decided to do a full review because my unboxing video of this guitar skyrocketed. I got something like 10K views on that thing. And so I was like, I gotta do a full review for you guys because the unboxing was just barely scratching the surface. And yeah, so I've had this long enough that I feel like I'm able to identify, its positive, negative. So I'm gonna give that all to you today. And to start with, so I've had the guitar for about a year now, just under a year. I got it in February of last year, and I'm shooting this video in January of 2025. And I have to say this guitar has served me very, very well. And I'm very happy with my decision to purchase this guitar. It's not perfect, but I don't think there is any perfect guitar. Every guitar has flaws of some kind. However, this guitar has been very, very reliable. There's no major issues that comes to mind. But I want to talk to you guys about, what I like about this guitar and what could use improvement also, because there are a couple things, like I said, that are kind of quirky or kind of annoying about it. And so first of all, I want to mention that everything that's dials or switches or whatever is very solid. The pods feel great. They don't wiggle around when they're at maximum or minimum. They don't stick. They're not super sticky. They turn great. Same with this pickup selector. It feels really good. You just have to go and pop it, whatever. Really simple. Tuners hold really good. So I have currently some pretty high gauge strings on here, 12 gauge strings, and these are holding it like a beast. So these tuners are really good. And the finish on this, the binding on this feels really good. When I run my fingers on, I can feel the frets, but they're not sharp. So you guys may know from my last video that I did on this guitar that I owned another guitar before this one, and that thing was a piece of crap. I'm not gonna lie. It was a Squier Stratocaster, and I think I maybe played that thing like maybe once or twice, and it was like, it's over, it's done. So I got rid of it pretty quick. And so I bought this guitar because I had the chance to play my friend's guitar, who he owns this one, but it's with a gold top, I believe. I played his, and I was like, dude, this guitar is so good. It has a really good tone. I like the way it feels. So I bought this one off of Sweetwater. I don't know how much it runs for now. At the time, it was about $700. I'm assuming with inflation, it's probably gone up. And so it may run for more now. However, I got it for $700. And this guitar has been extremely, extremely reliable, and I love this thing to pieces. What I really like about this guitar is that from just one instrument, you get such a wide range of tones. So even on just one pickup selection, you've got a volume, one for this pickup, one for this pickup, and the same with the tones. So you have a volume, you have a tone, and you can dial it in wherever you want and get so many different tones, and they all sound really good. The same goes, when you add the pickup selection in. You have, treble, which is the bridge. You've got middle, both, and rhythm, which is neck. And they all sound pretty good. The finish is absolutely beautiful. You got this beautiful, cherry burst finish. Let me bring it up closer so you guys can see. Beautiful finish. I love the binding on the side, and the finish on the back is great too. I love that wood grain, that tone of the wood grain. The plates look nice. They hold pretty good, and they pop off pretty easy. Just unscrew it and whatever. And everything inside is pretty nice and organized. I'm not going to open it up right now, but everything's nice and organized, nicely soldered. Same with this. There have been a couple times where I was standing up and playing, and I've heard that Les Pauls tend to have more problems coming off because of the shorter, the shorter body size compared to maybe other guitars that a piece going out here, the horns going out. But I have heard that these tend to come off. The strap tends to pop off. Personally, I haven't encountered that, so I don't know if that's just because of the way I hold it, or if my strap is really good. It's not. My strap is not really good. It's a cheap thing. So, what else? It's got some really beautiful inlays too. These inlays in the frets, and also the inlay that says Epiphone. So that's what I really like about this guitar. Now, moving on to the things that could, that could be better. First of all, I want to mention is that I tend to keep it on treble because the middle and the rhythm tend to be fuzzy, especially with high gain stuff. And I mean, there have been a couple times where I did use that, and it worked pretty good. However, generally if I want super clarity, I have to stick with the treble or the bridge pickup. Another thing is, I don't know if these frets are like high compared to other guitars. I don't really have much experience with playing other guitars. However, when I have lower gauge strings, I have 12s on here, by the way. When I have lower gauge strings, if I press the string too hard, it goes out of tune. It goes a little sharp. Again, with the 12s, it doesn't really do that. But when I have lower gauge strings, especially more like 10s and 9s, a little bit with 11s, but not as much as the 10s and 9s, I have to be careful how much I press down on the fret, because I'm a pretty heavy player. I like to dig in, so and that was when I was encountering that, it was so annoying. It's like, okay, I gotta remember, don't press it too hard, just be gentle. So I pulled those strings off, and I decided to go with the 12 gauge. This is in D standard, by the way. I don't think I can tune this in standard with 12 gauge strings, but the 12 gauge seemed to fix that problem. Another thing is that I don't know if this A string bridge, how do you call pivot? I don't even know the word. Oh, don't kill me in the comments, please. But anyway, I don't know if it's sharp, because there have been times where I was playing and right here it would pop, bing, and I haven't had that with any other strings. It's only this one, so I don't know if that is extra sharp, or if it needs to be filed down or something. That has been actually pretty annoying, because every time it happens when I'm in the middle of a recording, and like I have to stop and restring, and so that has been pretty annoying, that little bugger there. Another thing is that when I first bought it, this pickup, the neck pickup, was loose, and it was like rocking back and forth in the socket. And so I had to stick some foam down in there, and that fixed the issue. And it was also causing the guitar to buzz. Like, I noticed that I would play and there would be this buzz, or this like aftertone after the chord rang out. And when I put the foam in there, it was this, because when I put the foam in there, it fixed the issue and it went away. I forgot to mention, but the output jack is really good. It's really sturdy. Haven't had it cracked yet. I've heard that these tend to crack, especially up and down. Hasn't happened yet. It may happen in the future, I don't know. But also it doesn't buzz, which is really good. The guitar I had before buzzed like crazy. And so, especially when I was on the bridge. And that's why I bought this guitar, because that guitar was crap. So, I feel like I'm rushing through this. I feel like I should be spending more time on this. But, I mean, really and truly, this guitar has been really reliable. And you can play, all, different kinds of, playing styles. Everything from really nice, clean tones to, mid-gain all the way to really aggressive guitar. And me personally, I tend to play more on the aggressive side with high gain, and because I like how it pairs with the orchestra. Like, I like to have the big orchestral piece and also have some high gain guitar textures behind it. And this guitar has been absolutely fabulous. And I may get another guitar in the future. I've been to the guitar store and there were a couple where I was like, wow. However, this guitar has been solid, and if I never get another guitar, I will be very, very happy with this one. And so I think that pretty much wraps up everything I have to say about it. Again, I have a full unboxing video from last year if you want to go watch it. And one last thing, the demo song that I played in the last unboxing video was interesting, to say the least. I didn't really play guitar very well back then, and so it sounded horrible, and also I was just going direct into my interface. I wasn't miking up an amp or anything, and so I decided to redo a full demo for you guys so you guys can hear how this guitar sounds with the way I use it and the settings that I usually have on my amp and on my pedals. So without further ado, let's play some guitar.